Hey, this is Libby spilling all the political tea, straight politics, no chaser. You know, the go to for all your political needs. Think the Bodega Boys, but political. It's millennial politics served piping hot. There are literally explosions in every facet of American life right now. Everywhere you turn, there are little fires everywhere. And the only people who don't see them are those who are extremely apathetic due to their dire circumstances or those who are extremely privileged. I think it's safe to say the average American is overwhelmed, to say the least. Let's just get into it. Sorry, there was no episode last week. I think the first 8 episodes were enough content to digest before starting weekly episodes. But here we go. Biden is doing a non-traditional media press tour, and I love it. He is bypassing traditional media like the New York Times and CNN and speaking to media outlets like Howard Stern. I was kind of shocked by that decision. I knew the administration was having him and Kamala skip traditional media, but their choices have been surprising. Even more surprising, the interview was a tearjerker. Please watch it. My God, it was so deep. And once anyone discusses Biden's son, Beau, I cry. Every time. So when Biden said that Beau should be sitting with Howard Stern and not him, that was gut-wrenching. Then Howard began to rattle off Biden and his administration's accomplishments in the last 4 years, because there are several. And he said that Biden is an excellent father, and that's why he should continue to be the father of the nation. I have never seen Howard Stern cry, and I have never heard Howard Stern speak of any guest with such admiration and respect. Watch that interview. It was really riveting. Again, Biden has lost his wife and daughter. Then decades later, he lost his son to cancer. The man has been through hell and back, and he could be anywhere in the world right now. He could be in Delaware playing with his grandchildren right now as a retired private citizen. But instead, he is in office fighting for the soul of this nation and its American people. And the man doesn't miss a mass. Commendable, if you ask me. That leads me to my next point. For the folks stating that they will not vote for Biden because of, let me check my notes, TikTok ban? Have you lost your fucking minds? Apparently, folks 26 and under are saying they don't want to vote for him because of the ban. The generation that ate Tide Pods doesn't want to vote for him. Them. Well, let me break this down for you. The United States government is not trying to oppress nor curtail free speech. They are trying to protect government data and secrets and the privacy of American people. If TikTok gets a new, more trustworthy owner, they will be able to operate in the U.S. If they do not, then they won't, and they shouldn't. Our documents, data, and secrets have already been sold and or given away to our enemies by Trump, and our allies have already confirmed it. We do not need another breach. Remember, your whole lives are on your phone. Do you really want China to have access to it? Think, people. Think critically. No social media app is worth your information being compromised by foreign operatives. Not Facebook, not Instagram, not Twitter, and damn sure not TikTok. In the words of Biggie Smalls, get a grip, motherfucker. It's not Biden's life on the line. It's yours. He can go back to Delaware and mind his business. Y'all saw the pic of Hillary a couple weeks ago in Spain at a women's conference. That's what happens. These people go back to being private citizens while your taxes go up and your civil, women, and human rights get taken away. Think. It's your job to learn how government works if your schools don't teach you. After age 18, everything is on you. How can you pay taxes and not fundamentally understand how government works? That's pure insanity and problematic, and you are doing yourself and your descendants a disservice. Let me give you a crash course on government. Things presidents control: federal agencies, military decisions, enactment of bills passed by Congress, emphasis on passed by Congress, judicial appointments. Things the president does not control. Local and city police departments, the management of your red mayor or state, gas prices, wars started by third parties, and terrorists. Stop blaming him for things that are not under his control. When you say these things, you let the world know you are ignorant and incapable of learning and comprehending how the real world works around you. And that's not cute. Do better. The world is literally on fire. And I say cool it off with another pandemic. Yes, I said it. I don't care. Everybody needs to go in the house, sit the fuck down, and shut the fuck up. We're already in a stupidity pandemic. Let's just have another one. A real one. And before some idiots state the obvious that millions of people died during the pandemic, let's be clear. Millions of people died because y'all elected a damn demagogue to be president. If Hillary was president, they wouldn't have died. Like Obama with swine flu in 2009. Remember how he handled that and nobody really died? But no, y'all elected the host of The Apprentice. So yes, millions of people died because millions of people made a piss poor decision when they voted. Well, I may just get my wish because scientists are concerned that bird flu cases in the country and globally are on the rise. Great, shut the whole country down. I can't wait. While Biden was on Howard Stern, Kamala was on the Drew Barrymore show. And she spoke about her life and how some people hate it and may even be intimidated by it. This is typical experience for a woman in positions of power. Shocker. I had that issue once many moons ago. But the nitty-gritty of it all is that some people do not want to see black girl joy, especially from one in power. Shocker. Well, that is just too bad. Then Drew said something similar to what Howard said, that Kamala was not only a mother to her stepkids, but that she was the mother to the nation. Mamala, as her kids call her. And it is true. If Joe Biden is our dad, Kamala Harris is most certainly the black mother this country needs. Fun fact, the most successful marriages in this country are between white men and black women. Go Google it. It was a great segment. Go watch that when you get a chance. Good news for once. Arizona repealed the total abortion ban from the archaic law they were trying to enforce from a century ago. The governor of Arizona signed it into law, reinstating abortions for those that need them in the state. A small win for women's rights. Yay. The White House Correspondents' Dinner was last week, and Biden was in rare form. His jokes were epic. Well done, Mr. President. He said he's a grown man running against a 6-year-old. That was hilarious. He made fun of himself and the ageist accusations against him and threw a few jabs at Trump, like the fact that his VP actually endorses him. But my favorite joke was the Stormy Daniels joke and the Bible joke. He also told the press their jobs are important. It is imperative that they do their job to ensure the American people are informed. If you missed it, go watch it for yourself, especially since Biden is supposed to be old and decrepit. Well, folks that are fading fast aren't as witty and spot on as he was. Go watch it for yourself. Other news, a lot of people want me to comment on the national protests on college campuses. I already commented episode 4 when the Mother Emanuel incident occurred, but things have since escalated. As a former college blacktivist, I guess I am the right person to discuss the issue. At first, I was just going to say, I cannot wait for the semester to end. Godspeed. However, I will add that the protests are giving COINTELPRO. I think there are law enforcement present on those campuses acting as protesters, but are really agents of chaos in disguise that are standing with the students that want to escalate these protests to ensure the need for law enforcement to further justify the excessive amount of spending on them. which means the movement has been infiltrated and compromised, like all American movements in this country. Shocker. I also think it's interesting that they are full force on students across the country, but did not have that energy during January 6th. They are demasking students, but the Proud Boys can be fully covered. Well, this does make sense. They will never unmask their brothers, neighbors, police chiefs, cousins, coroners, district attorneys, judges, pastors, etc. They will never unmask themselves. Sip that tea. Look, let me be clear. I wasn't put on this earth to coddle people and to hold people's hands. I'm not a mom. I was put on this earth to make people feel uncomfortable, because within your uncomfortability lies your growth. With that being said, I will end this topic with this. The people leading this movement and representing this movement on TV are not competent. Find new spokespeople. They do not know what they are saying or doing, and it comes across as so. You are college students. The assumption is you are intelligent, especially if you attend an Ivy League institution. Act like it. And choose people that are articulate and understand the cause and nuances in great detail before they are interviewed by national and international news outlets. Because at this point, the people actually suffering from what is going on are telling you to stop, because your actions and rhetoric are hurting their cause. You have been co-opted. So who are you really helping? Who are you fighting for? Do better. Regarding the Ole Miss incident, honey, they used to hang black people from the trees that still stand on the Ole Miss campus. Anyone shocked by the displays of racism by students and frat boys are idiots and have no comprehension of American history. What took place this week on their college campus is as American pie. Drink that tea and don't sip it. I hope every time that guy that made those monkey sounds has a job interview, they have the blackest person working there conduct the interview. And I hope they ask him about those monkey sounds. Now that's karma. Election day is exactly 6 months away, and Trump's rhetoric continues to be a threat to democracy. Trump is a threat to democracy. Trump said it in his Time article that he would not commit to accepting election results if he lost, and that he wouldn't rule out political violence, aka another January 6th, if he lost. Well, he still has not conceded the 2020 election, so no shocker there. He is currently still searching for a running mate. The short list is looking like Senator Tim McCain from South Carolina and former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, amongst a few others. Well, Tim was on Meet the Press today, and per usual, he's a blubbering idiot. I'm just going to tell it like it is. I despise that man and what he represents. But I despise any black person that makes a mockery of our race and uses a government position to do so. That's my nice way of calling him a coon. There, I said it. I give it to the host, Kristen Welker, though. She did not back down and asked him, as us journalists are taught to do in journalism school, the same question a plethora of ways. Would he vote to certify the election if Trump lost? Yes or no? And he refused to answer the question. I cannot. He also lied about Biden's accomplishments, which Kristen called him out on. Since Biden has been in office, inflation has dropped since 2022, and unemployment has dropped since Trump. Tim blatantly lied about this and refused to retract his statement when Kristen called him out on it. He is a liar. Also, this fictional great Trump economy people are discussing is bullshit. He was riding the coattails of Obama and Biden's economy. Trump's economy was and is bullshit. Biden's economy has just begun to get us out of it. Why? Because it takes time. But Bidenomics is working. But that little check he didn't want people to have has them in a frenzy for another 4 years of Trump. And I cannot. And with that being said, I will say this. The media has to stop giving these mofos a platform. I understand you have to be unbiased, but my God, to give people the blatant opportunity to lie to the face of the American people is unjust. And that was what Biden was basically saying in his speech at the White House Correspondent Dinner. Giving obsessive compulsive liars a platform to spew their bullshit is not journalism. Or is it? I graduated from the #1 communications school in the country in 2016. If I'm wrong, please let me know. If this is journalism, I want no parts of it. And that's why I went to law school. Now, this is my favorite part of the episode, which I call BFFR, like make it make sense. I think it's self-explanatory. The bear debate has taken over the internet, and I would be remiss if I didn't discuss it. Does it qualify as politics per se? That's debatable. But I think it does speak to the state of gender relations in this country and globally. I do believe that there's a systemic and international war on women and women's rights occurring, and this debate gets to the heart of it. The fact that women would rather be in the woods with a bear than a man is not shocking at all. Given that despite being in the midst of a global pandemic in 2022, 442,754 women were raped. And there were only 2 fatal bear attacks in 2022. I choose the bear too. And our fathers tell us to choose the bear. End of discussion. I believe a women's crusade is coming, and God help y'all if it does. Good luck. On a side note, the Affordable Connectivity Plan for low-income people and people on public assistance to receive free internet has not been renewed by Congress. See, Congress has the power, not the president. This is extremely problematic when work and school is increasingly becoming remote. And in an age of misinformation where people need to be able to view facts from reliable media sources, this is important. Congress, I implore you to review the Affordable Connectivity Plan ASAP. The internet is expensive, and frankly, it should be free. It is no longer a want, but a necessity. The American people need free internet, period. Honorable mention, 17 people received the Presidential Medal of Honor this week. I will just name a few of my favorites. Nancy Pelosi, Jim Clyburn, Medgar Evers posthumously, Opal Lee, Clarence Jones, John Kerry, and Al Gore. Well done, Mr. President. I could not have chosen a better list myself, especially Medgar Evers, Opal Lee, Clarence Jones. Wow, a big win for civil rights. My God, that was well deserved. Nancy, Clyburn, Kerry, and Gore are also well deserved. I concur with the president that Nancy Pelosi is the greatest speaker of all time. Nancy always kept her house in order. As for Al Gore, the man gave y'all the internet that y'all don't use for good, and y'all couldn't even vote for him to be president. Damn. Well, at least he got the medal. The full list of recipients is online. You can Google it on Al Gore's internet. I have decided to post new episodes on Sundays at 8 p.m., so turn me up then. Unless the world is on fire, then you will get new episodes then or never. We shall see. Thank you for listening to my political pontification. If you liked it, loved it, or hated it, please tell a friend to tell a friend, and check out my website, thepoliticaltea.com. You can generously donate to my chai latte habit on it. Thank you.